What's up everyone, Jordan here, and I'm going through a bit of my clothing right now. There'll be another video coming up kind of showing my whole system. But first I just wanted to go through the new 2021 First Lite pants, and they are calling them the Foundry series, and they're basically an addition to the pants that they already have, which are like the Obsidian, the Corrugated Guide pant, and then the Catalyst pant. And they just made it's like a more robust pant of those other pants. They aren't taking their place, I don't think. They're just in addition to. So first is the Obsidian pant. I consider this the lightest pant, the most lightweight pant. I know some people use them like on into the later seasons, but I like them for early season because you're usually archery hunting early season and they're really quiet because they are merino wool for the most part. So these are the new Foundry series. Some of the Foundry version. I'm really hoping that the Obsidian Foundry is going to take over the old Obsidian. And I think these pants really address some durability issues that the Obsidians have had, especially in the seat. People were getting holes in the seat if you were built like a certain way, if they were fitting too tight. And then in the crotch as well is another place that they would blow out. So what they did with the Foundries on the Obsidians is the seat is reinforced with similar to the Corrugated Guide material, but a little bit thinner. It's just like a nylon, very durable fabric. The front is still a merino until you get to the knee, and then the back still stays merino all the way down to the bottom of the pants, or pretty close to the bottom except for the cuffs. But once you get to the knee in the front, they turn to that nylon material all the way to the cuffs. So gonna give you a little bit of extra abrasion durability here in the front while you're walking, and then a little bit of extra durability there in the seat, but you're still gonna get the merino benefits of being really quiet and just a lightweight pant. This is a pant that I've really been liking a lot. So there's that one. And then on to the super fun things. The Corrugated Guide pant. This thing has been a staple for First Lite for a long time. It's a nylon pant, it's 4-way stretch, super durable, really comfortable. A good, I'd call it a mid-weight pant. You can just not layer underneath of it in the early season and get away with it, especially now with hip vents. And then when you get into later season, you can just layer underneath of it, and it does really good in the snow. So what they've done is they took the Corrugated Guide pant, they put some reinforcements here on the seat, put some reinforcements on the knees. They added knee pads that you can remove, and the knee pads are on point as far as walking. Like the Sitka Timberline pants, I used to wear those things a ton, and their knee pads and the system for putting the knee pads in with that Velcro always rub the bottom of my leg, below my knee, and then they were just hot and kind of weird to walk in. I think that there's only so much you can do with knee pads as far as sweating in them. They're just thick, and if it's hot, you're just going to sweat in them. It's just the way it is, but I think that the design is really low profile, and they did as good a job as they can do for those knee pads. So big fan of those. And then a lot of people have been asking for hip vents, and we finally got them. So these hip vents are longer than a lot of the other ones that I've used. The zipper is pretty durable. So you can see they are not backed with a mesh. So things can fall in them. I didn't really think that was a big deal. There was one time mid-September I was hiking in to film a mule deer hunt this year, and up the bottom of those drainages where some of those the plants had dried up, and if you brushed up against them, some of them would drop in here. But after that, what I did is I just zipped them up. I just only unzipped them like the normal pant or the normal hip vent amount of the other hip vent pants I've been around. And it didn't really seem to be an issue, but things can drop in there. It's just the way it is. But yeah, if they put a mesh backer on it, I asked about it, and they were having they foresaw issues with getting the zipper always catching in the mesh and then you ripping the mesh anyways. So they didn't put it on, just the way it is. But yeah, knee pads. The pockets are moved around a little bit more to the front than right on the side because they had to be able to put the zipper in for the hip vent. But overall, I wore these pants a ton. I don't know how many days I wore them this year, but a lot. I wore them on 7 different hunts at least, and then a bunch of my own stuff and odd days in there also. And then the last one is the Catalyst. This is the Catalyst Foundry. Zippered front pockets, just front pockets. They moved around the cargo pockets to the front because of the zipper on the side. Again, with the reinforced seat, this is a late season hunter's dream pant right here. I've used this thing a ton, like pretty much all through November and December. And then on the sides, they have a double zipper, and the zipper runs all the way to the bottom of the cuff, of the pant leg cuff. So you can zip them from the bottom up. I was a little bit uneasy about that at first. Didn't quite know what to think about it, but after using it a bunch, it is nice after you get in and you've had snow on your pants or whatever, or it's wet. Unzip those things and not have to try to scrunch them up your leg to untie your boot laces and take your boots off. So that was really nice. And then it is a double zipper, so you can zip it from the top down, and it can act as a hip vent too. So reinforced seat, a lot of, like, from the knee down on the front and back of these pants are reinforced. So I think Ryan Avery had a little bit to do with this because he hates wearing leg gaiters. And I think that that's what their idea was behind it, is so you wouldn't have to wear leg gaiters if you didn't want to. One little issue, if you don't wear leg gaiters and it is a lot of like wet and slushy outside and it's freaking cold, the zipper can freeze up on you from going from the bottom up. That's just the nature of the beast. You're not really going to get away from that. But it is nice having the zippers on the sides. But overall, all great pairs of pants. The Obsidians I would use like scouting in July and August, antelope hunting in August, early season mule deer hunting like early September when it's going to be hotter. You want more of an airy pant, but you want a pant to be really quiet because of your archery hunting. And the Obsidian pant is the pant for me on that. Rolling into, September, like mid-September on through October, the Corrugated guide pants are a great pant for that. You can not layer underneath of them and get into the earlier seasons, or you can layer underneath of them and get into the later seasons. So if I could only have one, it would definitely be the Corrugated guide pant. And then the Catalyst rolling into your, November, December seasons where there's probably going to be snow on the ground. You might be glassing a lot and enduring a lot of cold. I would definitely roll with the Catalyst. And that's pretty much it for the 2020 Foundry pants from First Lite.